All right, we are live. Before I get to the unboxings, I just want to let everybody know I'm going to be giving away an X-Men 96 to one of my lucky Patreon members. So if you want to learn about that, just watch until the end and I'll get the details for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris and this is We Love Comics. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hopefully you guys are ready to have a good time today. I got a couple of unboxings. These are boxes I've had, some of them for a couple of years. You guys know me. I literally have hundreds of boxes of comics that have not been opened. I just left them on my shelves. So I'm going to do three unboxings. One is a CBCS book and the other two are CGC books that I bought a couple of years ago. So I'll do an unboxing for those. But before I do, if you want to, while I'm waiting for people to come in, if you want to critique the AI art, by all means, please do. Always appreciate people's opinions. Anybody that takes the time to leave a comment in the comment section, I promise I will respond. So I don't get many comments. So if you want to be one of those people that takes a moment to do that, please do. If you want to get your name shouted out on every video or just support my channel, you can go to Patreon at patreon.com/we love comics and you'll get your name shouted out here in every single video. I'll either do your name and last initial because I won't give somebody's full name. I'm not going to give out their personal information. Or if you'd prefer me to do a social network or your YouTube channel, or maybe an eBay or Amazon store, or your own personal business. If you want me to share a link or phone number to your business, just let me know at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. So, shout out to Sith Lord, Michael B., James R., Dan L., Herbert R., Annabelle N., Jason B., Kim N., and then the last four, we got people that wanted me to promote their channels or social networks. So the newest member that just joined the other day, Kendall Kid Comics. He's our newest paid member to my Patreon, and thank you so much for that. He does have a YouTube channel, but he does not make videos, or as far as he said, he has not made videos in a very long time. So maybe you guys will subscribe to him and encourage him to make a video or two. We can always use another person that loves comics sharing their opinions and their collections. So Kendall Kid Comics. Then we have, if you have Instagram, check out Scott at ScottWU077. If you have Facebook, which I'm sure many of you do, check out Stephen at Stephen L. Turk Author. And once again, last but not least, if you have Instagram, once again, check out Silver Age Surfer _comics. So we have the giveaway that we're going to do, and this is what I'm going to do, which will involve the X-Men 96. So let me put on the video camera again really quick, because if I can get 30 paid members by February 28th, so by the end of February, if I can get at least 20 paid members, I will give away, instead of the baseball card pack, um, I will give away this high grade. This is at least an 8.0, if not higher. X-Men number 96, which is the first appearance of Moira McTaggart as a thank you. So 20 people by February 28th. If I get to 30, then I will do this comic plus the baseball card pack. So I want to see if we can get some new paid members. So again, there is no minimum. But what we'll do is, as you can see right here for the giveaway, for every $2 you put into your We Love Comics Patreon account, you'll get one entry. So the more you put in, the more entries you'll have. So if we get up to 20 paid members before February 28th, I will give away to one of my members a X-Men 96, again, high grade, at least an 8.0, if not higher. If we get up to 30 by February 28th, I'll do the X-Men comic plus the unopened baseball pack. And again, no minimum to enter, but you'll get one entry for every $2. So if you contribute $2, you have a chance to win. Could be up to a $200 comic once graded. So I want to really get that going, and I want to show my support to my viewers. So if you know anybody that would like to support it, because remember, not only does it help support my channel to get comics and things, but it helps me. The majority of that money that goes from there helps me to take care of all the stray animals that I take care of, all the stray cats. So it is a good cause. So if you're a person that loves animals and likes what I do, it's a great way to support. So again, by February 28th, if I get at least 20 paid members, I'll give away the X-Men 96 to one of the paid members. They have to be current at the time. And if we get up to 30, it will be the comic plus one of the baseball cards, and I will pick up the shipping domestically. Internationally, you would have to pay the shipping cost. So I want to make sure it's worth it for people. Because even if you're just paying the shipping, that X-Men comic alone is definitely going to be worth it for you. So if you want to join my Patreon, again, it's patreon.com/we love comics. You'll get your name up here, and then you have a chance to enter in that contest. So the more you put in, like I said, every $2 you put in, you'll get one entry. So that'll be available until the 28th of February. So let's see if we can build up my Patreon support. Looking to trade some comics? I'm going to keep doing this until I get one of them. I would love to own any one of these books via trade. So all you have to do is look at my videos and see all the different kind of comics and collectibles I have. And if you think a bunch of them will help me get one of these comics of yours, just contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and let's make this happen. Save thousands of dollars of money we may or may not have to spend, literally saving hundreds of dollars in taxes if you're buying from eBay or any online store. And you don't have to worry about any taxes taken out at tax season because trades are non-taxable. Also, ladies and gentlemen, one more book was sold last night from my auction. Batman Adventures 12 is no longer available. So if you want to look at the video I did, either the auction I did on Saturday or the remaining comics I did the other day, you have until Saturday to be able to acquire the remaining 10 books. So I had 21 books at the start of the auction, and 11 of them have sold. So there are either 9 or 10 left. I'm not sure. I got to check. But more than half of the books have sold. But there are still some good books available, like Hulk #2, Hawkman #4, Amazing Spider-Man #20, Amazing Spider-Man #50, Detective Comics 359, Silver Surfer #1, Edge of Spider-Verse #2 at a 9.8. Fantastic Four Annual 2, Origin of Doctor Doom. So those books are all still available. So check out those videos and contact me. And remember, payment plans are available. You can message me and I'll tell you what level it would qualify for. But you have until Saturday at 11:59 to be able to get any of the remaining comics. Otherwise, they are no longer for sale until the next auction. And who knows if prices increase by then. So we'll have to see. So let's say hi to the people that are in the live chat. Let's go with Pino. Welcome. Good to see you. PH Comics says, Chris, I hope you're keeping well. Doing my best. Hopefully you are as well. We got Douglas Boggs. Good to see you. Omega Collectibles. Good to see you. Signature King. And Phil Eiling. Forgive me if I say that wrong. And I'm putting the link in the live chat, but it's also in the description of this video. That again, if I can by 28th, I put 30 paid members, but I'm going to do 20. So that part will be corrected. I just noticed that I put 30. But if we do get up to 30, you'll get the chance to win the comic and one of the unopened baseball packs, which are around either the early 90s or the late 80s. So these are packs that have never been opened before. So 20 of them, I'll give away the comic. And if I get to 30 by February 28th, I'll do the comic and the baseball packs. So again, $2 will get you in. But every multiple of two, you'll get one extra entry because what we'll do is we'll have that spinning wheel that randomly picks somebody. So the more you put into the account, the more entries you'll get when that wheel spins. So let's see if we can make that happen. It's a good chance. Like I said, that book is at least in my opinion, an 8.0, if not higher. And if you look up the grade of a book in that range, that's over $200. So if you invest $10 in my We Love Comics Patreon account and you win that book, you'll definitely do well. And like I said, I will pick up the shipping domestically as well. So you don't really have much to lose. So hopefully you'll try and support my channel. So I help you, you help me. The world is a wonderful place. All right, so let's get into why you're most likely here. That is the unboxings. So let's go with the first one. GTK comic is here. This I've had since the year 2021. So if it's not what it says it is, or if the case is cracked, or what have you, or if it's an empty box, there's pretty much nothing I can do about that at this point. But it is what it is. But we'll find out, and that's the beautiful thing of doing live videos. I thought, it's about time I do this. So there is a comic in here, so that's a good thing. And as always, I will mention the price I paid for it and the significance of the book, if anything. And this is a book I've been recommending for a long time. Who knows if there'll ever be in a movie or TV show? Looks good. Just the regular version of this book. But we've got Excalibur Special Edition, first appearance of Excalibur. This is a CBCS 9.4. You can see it's got the older label and it has white pages. Absolutely love these characters. I've gave the story before that when I was in college, I had a couple of comic subscriptions that I had. So this way I guaranteed to get mail every month. And this was one of the, I also got Punisher and Thor. But Excalibur, absolutely loved that run. Alan Davis's art, the stories were great. But I only paid for this one, including shipping and handling, and I'm sure 2021 they weren't charging eBay taxes yet, but I only paid $52.98 for this. That's almost what it would cost to ship this to CBCS and get it graded. So I basically paid nothing extra. Now it's only quote unquote only a 9.4, but who knows if the person that bought this book ever pressed it or had it dry cleaned, who knows? Maybe cracking it open one day, it could end up being a 9.6 or a 9.8. You never know, but for $52.98 for the first appearance of Excalibur, I thought it was worth taking the chance on. But as they say, to each their own. So GTP Comics says, Chris, may I ask why you don't open and examine your orders immediately after they arrive? If I may, why do you wait? Um, if they're a key book or something I really wanted, I open them right away. But like minor key books, I always had the theory when I first started doing it, if it wasn't really a significant book, no one was really going to watch it anyway. So I would kind of make sure I would always have material to do a video. So even if I couldn't afford to buy comics, I would have these as a backup. And then I guess, none of these, as far as I know, have anything majorly significant. Now, some of them at the time could have had major significance and they're not worth much now or vice versa. But I don't know. I figured I would rather have stuff available in case I don't have the ability to buy new comics that I can do some unboxing. So that's pretty much why. Um, Other than that, who knows? Maybe I'm a partial hoarder or something. I don't know. Trade Paper Dad is here. It says, hey, Chris. And are you missing the 2 feet of snow in New York? I will give you two words to that. Hell to the no. That's actually more than two words. But I do not miss anything. Right where I am, we are actually in the mid 50s right now. And there are people outside wearing like winter jackets with scarves and mittens and uh I mean just ridiculous stuff, like dressed up like it's 10 degrees below zero. I'm walking, this is my outfit for this weather. I'm wearing a t-shirt instead of a sleeveless shirt, and instead of shorts, I'm wearing sweatpants. I don't understand it. I mean, I've been here over 5 years now, so I have been acclimated at this point. But growing up in New York for the first 50 years of my life, I will never not appreciate the weather here, even with a quote unquote cold front, because it got down to about 42 degrees around 6 in the morning. So we actually brought in a couple of the cats that like to stay indoors to kind of help them, and we put a heater out in the living room for them. But yeah, I don't miss snow at all. If I never see another snowflake, it will be too soon. As a matter of fact, the area that I live, it has never snowed. I think they said one time they had freezing temperature where like puddles of water froze over like microscopic thin ice. I don't miss it. You don't have to shovel sunshine. You don't slip and fall. You don't get into car accidents from sliding on the ice. I don't have to worry about heating bills. I do have to worry about air conditioning bills, but this time of year we actually shut off the air conditioner and open the windows. So for me, it's amazing. I mean, I wish I would have done this earlier in my life, but better late than never. All right, this one I bought back in 2021. This was a book that had some significance years ago. I don't believe it has the same significance, but hey, I'm okay with it because it's not a modern book or anything. And they seem to have packaged these quite well. They use the brown paper instead of packing peanuts, which I actually appreciate, so I don't have to worry about. You ever watch somebody do an unboxing with a thing box full of packing peanuts and they just shoot all over the place, like some kind of Muppet porn? So they did put this in a FedEx air bubble, a bubble mailer. So that's always nice. All right, give me a second. That's a beautiful thing about live. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to talk about it again at the end of the video about the X-Men 96. I talked about it in the beginning of this video, but I'll discuss it again for people that might have shown up late, where I'm going to be giving away potentially an X-Men 96 comic, in my opinion, at least a 8.0, if not higher. Okay. So this book, they were actually selling it for 175 at the time. I actually paid a little bit more. Why would they put these stickers on there like that? That's ridiculous. Let me just take that off. I have a higher grade of this. I think I have a 9.2 version. Do I have it around? Probably not. I think I have a 9.0 or a 9.2 version of this one. But who knows if they'll ever use it. But this is Vampire Tales #2. This is the first appearance of Satana. So minor key. This is one of those magazine sized. Love this cover. I'm sure many people do. This is one of those you hang up on the wall. Looks nicer than a 6.0, but I wouldn't crack this open and resubmit it to CGC at this point, especially with the price increases that they will do again before the year is over. You'll see. But EGX does not do these larger sizes. Trade Paper Dad said, I got an email from CGC the other day and they raised their prices again. I have not used them in years. They must need more money. Don't even get me started about CGC. Um, in my opinion, at this point, anybody that apologizes or makes excuses for CGC at this point is like a person in an abusive relationship. When somebody asks them, "Oh, why do you stay with that person if they're so abusive?" and their only reason is, "Oh, I because I love them." The number one reason people use CGC, and you hear it all the time, is say they can sell more. Well, not if they are charging double the amount for grading fees. And also remember, not only have the grading fees gone up, but the memberships have gone up as well. So, I mean, it's ridiculous, the excuses that people have, but each their own. If people want to have the illusion of they can sell their books for more, even though they're spending much more money to get them graded, especially if they're very expensive, and hope you get the actual comic you sent in back, hey, a fool and their money are soon parted. You can do whatever you want. I've been trying to warn people about CGC for years, and my channel got destroyed for it. If people want to hate me because I spoke the truth and tried to warn people about it, that to each their own. So, that's my opinion on CGC. As you can see, I don't hate CGC. I hate what the company's doing. I hate the fact that they take advantage of their customers. But I mean, it's like I said, in a relationship, if you're dating a person that physically abuses you or cheats on you constantly and you know about it and you choose to stay, well, it's no longer that person's problem. It's now your problem and it's your fault. You know, if people want to, and I love when people, I read comments of videos from people recently about this price increase on CGC, and people say, oh, well, you know, it's better than PGX because they have a history of scandal. I'm like, what? 15 years ago, the one scandal that ended up not being true, but you're not going to talk about the constant CGC scandals that are currently happening and have been happening for the past 3 or 4 years. I mean, come on. Can you be any more biased? But that's how people are. And if people want to hate me because I speak the truth and say what somebody doesn't want to hear, and they want to live in a bubble that makes them feel good and surround themselves with people that make them feel good, all I can say is, I guess, move to Hollywood and be in a bubble and see what happens with yourself. But as Forrest Gump once said, that's all I have to say about that. So they had this for sale for 175. I paid 181.50, but of course that includes shipping and handling. And again, this did not have taxes at the time. So who knows if that book will be um, valuable at some point. But hey, sometimes you got to take the chance on stuff. Sometimes you buy it at the peak. Sometimes you buy it at rock bottom. Sometimes you buy it in between. I never have any regrets because, as you can see with my experience of buying books, I tend to succeed much more than I fail. But it just shows that you can do everything right and still every now and then not end up hitting the jackpot you thought you might. All right, so this one was July 10th of 2020. So 5 years ago, I bought this comic. They did put, they gave an invoice, but it does not include the price, so that basically is useless. So let's see which one this is. Now I know which one it is as far as the number of the book, but I don't know if it still has the value it once had. I mean, a couple of months ago it might have. But this, what did I just knock over? Yep, tape. Did I write down the price on this one? Yes, I did. I don't know if I overspent at this point. You'll have to let me know. But this is a 9.8 white pages. This is the convention edition of Venom number 3, first appearance of Null. So it's a 9.8 with white pages. If anybody wants to look this one up, let me know what this is, not what it's selling for, but what this book has sold for. And Brian Norman is watching from work. What a surprise. I'd love to know what you do. I don't know if you've ever mentioned it. I'm just hoping you don't fly helicopters for a living and have passengers, because that might be a little bit of an interesting situation, unless they like watching as well. Enchanted Scrapper is here. Welcome. Pino says he's fed up of shoveling. Well, move to Florida. PH Comics says 5 years. My God, it is that long. I remember your videos from New York. Yeah, I moved to Florida. We left on the 17th, got here on the no, we left on the 14th and got here on the 17th. It took us 3 days to get here. It was a horrible, horrible drive. A lot of bad things happened. I won't say it was because of my wife, but it was because of my wife, but I won't say it. It was she's not used to long drives and she got lost a couple of times and situations that happened. It was I think it was God's way of saying you're never going back to New York. We were going to make the trip there so horrible, annoying, frustrating, and potentially frightening that you'll never want to do the reverse trip. So that's how I look at it. So, definitely was not a fun time. So last sold for 400. All right, so that makes me feel good because I paid $299 for this one. 299.99. So again, this is Venom number 3, first appearance of Null, but this is the convention variant. And they said the last one sold was for 400, so $100 more than what I paid for it. So with inflation from 2020, this is probably I probably spent $900 for it at the time, plus 54 shipping and then eBay taxes. So they probably paid about 500 for it because at $400, $54 shipping, that's ridiculous. What are they sending it from the moon? Wow. Is that for one graded book? Whoever charged $54, that reminds me back in the days of when, um, before eBay, there was Yahoo auctions, and people used to do this where they would only charge a percentage for what you sold, but they never included the shipping costs. So people would sell a product, and let me know in the comment section if if you ever saw this or experienced this, where a seller would sell something for like 99 cents, and it'd be like a $200 shipping charge. So they'd only get charged for the 99 cents, and they'd pocket the rest from the shipping charge. So I wonder if anybody actually remembers that. I don't know if that ever happened on eBay. In the beginning, it might have, but I definitely remember that from Yahoo Auctions, which is what I was using way before eBay was a thing. And as a matter of fact, I am one of the first members of PayPal because, and again, put it in the comment section if you remember this, that when PayPal was first about to happen, they were sending emails to people and said, "We will give you $5 if you open up a PayPal account." So I thought, hey, to get free $5 for doing nothing more than, you know, joining a PayPal account, which I didn't know what it would be able to do at the time because this is before it was connected with eBay. Was like, sure. And sure enough, I got the $5 in my account. So I was one of the first members of PayPal, which, shows my age. So if you were one of those people, put that in the comments section as well. So we also got Daniel Cochran. He's one of my moderators. Also, he has bought more comics for me than anybody else from my auctions. So if you ever want to share your experience, Daniel, please feel free to do it. It would help me out. Let's see. Trade Paper Dad said, yes, I remember those days. Oh, they did it on eBay. It says eBay deals of 99 cents, buy it now, and $50 shipping. And Pino says it was it was a 9.8 CGC. Okay, it had 3 signatures. So that doesn't give me much hope on this regular version of it, because this is unsigned. Um, Daniel says, I miss eBay bucks. Yeah. You know how many free comics I used to get? One year, I got a giant size X-Men #1 for free because of the eBay bucks. Because I would always take advantage of the 4 times the eBay bucks, 5 times the eBay bucks. I remember there were times where there were 10 times. And that's the times I would pounce on really big purchases. So I remember several years. As a matter of fact, one of my Batman Adventure 12s that I have, I think it's a 9.4. I paid $23 for because of the eBay bucks. I remember getting an X-Men 94 for free, giant size X-Men #1 for free, and I think that one was a 4.5. So yeah, those days were I missed those days. But I guess eBay was tired of actually giving people money. They only want to collect it. Like they don't make enough as it is. All right, so those are the 3 books. Stay tuned if you want to hear about the free comic I'm going to be potentially giving away if you missed it in the beginning. But here's the first book that well, the last book I opened. Then we had Vampire Tales #2, First Satana. And then last but not least, I've talked about this book many a time. If you can find the no price variant, which is a newsstand, and the way you can tell it's a newsstand is there'll be a barcode on the back here. It's either on this side or that side. I'm not sure which side, but there's a no priced variant. I mean, like I said, I paid $52 for that book, so it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. You can have a difference of opinion. So those are the 3 books, and then let's get back to the contest. So again, if you want to join my Patreon, it's patreon.com/we love comics. Even though it says 30, what I'm doing is if I can get 20 people to join my Patreon and do at least a minimum of $2, which is the minimum to join anybody's, by February 28th, I will be giving away to one of my paid members this X-Men 96, which is the first Moira McTaggart. This is at least an 8.0. So again, you can get your name up here. If I can get to 30 paid members by February 28th, I'm going to give away the comic and the one unopened baseball pack. Again, no minimum, but for every $2 you put into your We Love Comics Patreon account, you'll get an entry. So if you want to take the chance with just doing the minimum of $2, that's fine. You'll get at least one entry. If you do 10, you get 5 entries. You do 20, you get 10 entries. So the more you put in, the more chances, which will increase the odds of winning this comic. And like I said, this comic and about it, go look up an 8.0 of this book. It's roughly around, and that's, I'm assuming it's an 8.0. You guys know I like to try and undergrade, but that's around a $250 comic, also not including eBay taxes and whatever shipping. Because, like I said, in the domestic continental 48 United States, I'm going to offer free shipping on this as well. So I'll pay for the shipping. So I want to try and get more people to support me on Patreon, and I want to make sure I give something as an incentive. So again, X-Men 96, you could see, especially with a book that has a lot of yellow, I would not be surprised if this is higher than an 8.0, but I want to keep it at that. But even at that price, you're talking if you invest what, $10 in my Patreon and you win a potentially $200 book, I think that's a fair trade. And like I said, if I get up to 30 members by February 28th, I'll also not only include the comic, I'll include the unopened pack of baseball cards. So I will allow anybody internationally, but they would have to pay the shipping because otherwise I'll basically just go bankrupt. So once again, it's patreon.com/, we love comics. So if you want to join that, like I said, before February 28th, and the more you put in, the more chances you'll get to win. And then if you want to critique my AI art, by all means, please do. Let's do today's surprise subscriber shout outs. We're going to go with Trade Paper Dad as one, and we're going to go with Enchanted Scrapper as number two. So both of you are today's surprise subscriber shout outs. You guys know what to do at this point, but just leave your comment once the video uploads of either your YouTube channel, your social network, your eBay or Amazon store if you sell stuff, or if you have a personal business you'd like a website or phone number to be promoted, let me know and you could put that in the comment section. So let's see if we can get people, at least 20 people by February 28th to get the comic. And if we can get 30 by February 28th, I'll do the comic and the baseball pack. So let's see if you guys want to contribute and take the chance. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'd love to hear what you have to say about what I bought. And always remember, it is not you. It is not I. It is We Love Comics. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon. And remember, guys, you can buy any of the 10 remaining comics from my auction up until Saturday. Contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. The following books are still available for sale: Wolverine number 3, Amazing Spider-Man number 50, Amazing Spider-Man number 20, Fantastic Four Annual 2, Hawkman number 4, Batman Adventures 12 has been sold just as of this morning. Edge of Spider-Verse 2 is available. Hulk number 2 is available, and that's from the 1960s era, the first Green Hulk. Detective Comics 359, Silver Surfer number 1, and a high grade 7.0 Conan number 1. So those are still available up until Saturday. So contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com and watch either the auction or the video I did after that showing the remaining books. And you'll see what the price levels are. Payment plans are available if you need them. So that's again until this Saturday, until 11:59 p.m. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And don't forget, it's not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget to have your trolls spayed or neutered.